Hello everybody, it's DrexRage and I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be looking at the Aegis Retaliator. And this ship it's pretty nice, and then I'm going to be doing the same thing I've been doing in my last few videos and just walking around, giving my opinion, and just telling you guys what I think of the ship and why to buy it or why not to buy it. And this is probably going to be my first ship that I've got anything really negative to say about. It's still a beautiful ship, it looks amazing, it flies amazing, but currently it's a little bit buggy. So I'm gonna just get right started here and start moving around the ship. So first things first, the ship has five manned turrets in it that each hold, I believe, size 2 Badgers. And that means that this ship's got a great amount of gun coverage. It's got an amazing amount of gun coverage due to the 5 turrets, because you can see the 2 on the bottom and there's 3 dotted along the top. As you move kind of further back, you get this right here, and I'll show you what that is once we go inside. And you get the same kind of thing at the back. I'm moving a little bit quickly, but because I want to get a bunch of these videos out to you guys. But up at the front and at the back also, you see these thrusters. These thrusters are all vertical takeoff and landing thrusters. So meaning, when you take off with the ship, thrust will come out of here, pushing the ship upwards, and these thrusters will rotate down, giving you increased thrust towards the back of the ship, as well as obviously landing gear will raise and everything like that. And something at the front that I've noticed that I haven't really spoken about is these little wings. I believe they tuck backwards, like what would happen on the Warden. So if I try to get in here, the use button, it has 2 entrances, which are kind of cool. This is one of very few ships that have multiple entrances built for people. I believe it is actually the only ship currently that has 2 entrances built to be used by people. So once you get into the ship, you get this main room. And if I go this way, I go down here, you get to a bathroom / shower. This is one of the few ships that does not have a shower toilet, which is kind of cool to see. And then if I come back out, and go this way, you know that little hatch I showed you guys on the bottom? So this is where that hatch leads, and this is the torpedo bay. So if you were in flight, and because this ship is a bomber, I don't know if I said that already, but if you're looking for a bomber, this is definitely a ship to get. But because this ship is a bomber, those hatches open, and these giant torpedoes will be fired out. And those can also be replaced with, I believe, like a cargo pod or something like that. I've said, glitches with this ship. So this is cool. You've got a little area down here to see into the torpedo bay. So then as I keep going forward, that's one of the turrets in the front, and then you get into the cockpit. Now currently I'm getting into the turret. Oh, this is another cool thing I want to show off that I just thought of as I did it. So some ships will have guns on them where it is near impossible to get into and get out of, or near impossible to see out of. The Constellation's bottom gun is notoriously bad for just being a wonky feeling weapon to be on. Now it keeps you upright and it keeps you on the same, I guess, level as the ship, so you're seeing not an upside down picture, but I would prefer to see an upside down picture and have better turret view than not. I'm just gonna try and push myself here. So I can't get into the cockpit in hangar. That's a bug with the ship. And as I keep going this way, just never mind the bug, I get here, and this is probably the saddest captain's quarters I've ever seen. That bed doesn't look too comfortable, but it is a captain's quarters. Now it's nice that the captain's got a little bit of a separate area, but It's probably the worst looking captain's quarters I have ever seen, as I've already said. As I get here, this is one of the top turrets, one of the entrances to it. And then as I get in here, you get to all the crew beds, so you can sleep up to 6 crew in this, effectively. And you also have weapon racks outside, so that if the ship were to be attacked, you have no shortage of weapons to be used to defend yourself. Seeing as this is a fully fledged military ship, there are no shortage of weapon racks and lockers and things like that, things that you would expect a military ship to have. So, like in other Aegis ships that are of a larger size, there is a control panel allowing you to control engines and any kind of system like that. You have another window as you get back here with another 2 torpedoes, another 2 clear sky torpedoes. And then if you go off into these side rooms, they're the entrances to the top turrets at the back of the ship. And then more lockers. And the back turret has airlocks associated with it. And then you go to the other side, and it's completely mirrored, exactly the same, with more bomb bays. And we've seen video of the Retaliator at work before, and it's a pretty nice ship. I don't have much wrong to say with it, or much bad to say about it, but the only thing that I dislike about it, so it's a beautiful ship, it's beautiful looking, it flies well, it's sleek, but it has no ability for the pilot to shoot. There's no pilot operated weapons. Unlike a bunch of other ships that have pilot operated weapons, this ship just cannot be single man crewed. You would not survive as a single person unless you're going up against, I don't know, you'd have to be going up against an unarmed starfarer or something that you could definitely hit with the torpedoes that wouldn't rip you apart before you got a chance. But granted, you had all your gunners. The Retaliator is a formidable gunboat. It can be devastating to small fighters and anything else because you have so much gun coverage. You can have three size 2 weapons pointed at somebody as the Retaliator flies towards a target, and it can just tear whatever it's trying to avoid or target to shreds with the torpedoes and the turrets. So all in all, this ship is $275 for the model that comes with the bomb bays, and I believe $250 for the models that come with just the base ship without any modules in the back. And you can buy modules separate. That's another cool thing with this ship, is it and the Vanguard hold the same thing as being very modular, and Aegis has done a good job of being modular with their ships. And another point, just another dislike, is in the Crusader, the cockpit of the Retaliator is very, very painful to be in due to the fact that it is all flashing lights. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.